where I'm sitting. Hopefully it's not too loud from construction or from the wind. But I wanted to update you as to what's been happening in the last few days in my life. Things are happily manifesting into a good outcome where I may not have to live in the city after all. So, which I think is for the best for my spirit. Anyways, we'll get to that at another juncture. But here, I'm going to show you where I am because I'm just hogging up the camera with my view. Da, 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 da. So I'm going to do a slow turn because it's very beautiful. Very slow turn. Da, 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 da. Hopefully it's not too windy. That's Peace Bridge. So those of you who live in the city know exactly where I'm sitting. Sitting on some rocks. And yeah, right there. This is the very end of the park. And yeah, so anyhow, little updates. I want everybody who's watching this video and who you've been a longtime follower to go and make yourself a Rumble account and follow me on Rumble, because I'm going to be focusing a lot of my videos not on this platform anymore. And that's what I'm manifesting and co-creating right now, is that a consistent Rumble channel. While I've been in the city, I got the opportunity on Saturday to bump into some longtime freedom people from the community. They were walking down Stephen Avenue Mall, and I was following them, taking pictures and waving to all my old friends from that 2 years ago. And they bumped into this group of Iranian citizens standing on City Hall. And they were, it was very moving, honestly. I have a video of it. And they were like chanting, say her name, freedom for Iran. And it was about this girl who had been raped. And I think, killed. But anyways, because she refused to go along with the traditional customs in Iran. So there was 400 or 500 people there. It was very, very moving, and I got pictures and videos of that as well. So, and good old Calgary City Police doing their job on their bicycles. 6 or 8 bicycle men following the freedom ralliers of about, I don't know, 40. It was pretty funny. Kudos to the usual suspects is all I gotta say. I have this weird energy with some of them because I have been through my own issues with them in the last 2 years. So I like some of them, and some of them I'm like, okay. Anyways, long story short, I leave that place and I go to the courthouse. Now, this is where the next couple of videos that I post on my Rumble are going to be life-changing for some of you. I met the Calgary couple from Newfoundland, and if anybody knows what I'm talking about, I can't even say their names on this channel. And it has to do with the group I just mentioned on bicycles, and one of the school boards that's religious. There's 2 here. There's public and then the religious one. And then the services that are supposed to protect the children under 18. So there's a huge, 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 huge story. I'm talking, if you didn't think this was happening, and I can't talk about it without wanting to cry. So it involves children of 18. I can't remember their ages. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. And they've been not with their parents for 3.5 years. So There is a big story that I will be having a conversation, and there's stuff that we can do to help them. I do believe this is going to be life-changing. When people say, what can we do? What can we do? We all need to stand together in light and keep praying for unification, number one. That's super important. I just keep seeing that happening. Unification. Reunification of these families that have been taken apart. So I'm got the jiggles now. So yeah, that's what I want everybody to focus on, is reunification of this family, so that they're heavenly protected in divine love and light, until they're all unified together. They're very, I felt the power of these parents. These parents are super powerful. So yeah, anyways, trying to move to Rumble exclusively, yes, because I'm working. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos. Hi, Greg. From with Greg from Rise TV for my channel, and we'll be posting them there. And then I'm going to be doing a couple of videos with other people. So it's going to be more like the content I was doing before. You will still get chart videos. You'll still get me uploading those, but I'm going to be now, I gotta tell you, they pulled my pajamas story, like me in my pajamas. This channel deemed me a threat to society when I was sitting there, I think on Christmas Eve in my pajamas. So I want to be as careful as possible here with what I'm saying, because I feel like I've been flying under the radar for 2.5 years. So, and I know in the next 2 months it's gonna get even worse. Like, so that's all I'm saying. So I've been very heavily hit hardcore with even my, not that I care about Crackbook, but even Crackbook, seriously. That whole BOT that's running it, they seriously, it's all about around November 2020. That's when they get mad when I say things about anything that had to do with that time frame. So, as you can imagine what I'm talking about now. Can't even say it here. But anyways, so back to, yeah, what I'm hoping to produce is more consistent quality stuff. But right now I'm focusing on helping my, my youngest big man. He's like 6'4" and some odd. Yeah, he's such a sweetheart. I love all my boys so much. He still calls me mommy. I think it's cute. But, yes, he chose to take 2 of the pickles, and we're coming to some seriously big lessons. But this is what kind of advice I had for him the other day, and maybe this will help everybody who's been on this channel. So say we've made 2 different choices in the last 2 years, okay? Many of us have made 2 different choices, and with our families, I mean. So I said to him, your choice is like you have information based on the number 6, we'll say, okay? You've been gathering information in your body and in your blood that says everything about the information in number 6 that I know to be true is true, okay? Me, I have been at the 6, gathered a little bit more lifetime, and gone to the perception of the 9. So I'm sitting at a 9 on the other side. But if we both switch places, they would both be 6 or 9s, correct? So your information is based on everything that you've been taught and everything that your friends say and what you've gathered through playing bids and walking to work or whatever, you know, listening to whatever. It doesn't matter who, what, whatever. It's based on information outcome number 6. My information outcome of number 9, I get how sometimes people can lecture from that, but it still makes mine to be true. So I'm neither wrong and you're not wrong. So until I gather more information that makes me switch back to number 6, or you gather more information that makes you come over to 9, and we're both in the same place at the same time, then we're always going to be on 2 different channels of information. That's about as simple as I can make it. Now, it doesn't mean you're wrong. It's right for you right now. That's all. And it's right for me right now, because we always live in the present. So, and there's no blame, there's no guilt, there's no shame. It doesn't make either person dumb. It doesn't make the other person smarter. We just have gathered information differently in our bodies. That's all. So until your information is switched or my information is switched, then it's just going to be. And we still love each other. It doesn't mean we have to get into an argument every time we're talking about a 6 or a 9 either. We have to be open to the other person's perspective. Open, not argumentative, open. So that's pretty much as easy as I can make that conversation, because all of a sudden, after all that, it was like a button was pushed, not for necessarily the good. I think there's a beaver in this water. Oh my goodness, look. I think that is a beaver. Did you guys see that? It is a beaver. a little beaver. That's a good sign. That's like home building, foundations, It's one of my totems. Yay! Anyways, so getting back to the 6 and the 9, nobody's wrong. We just have to change our vibrations. And it always has to be done in love, and it always has to be done positively. So with no fear. He told me while he was discussing Star Wars the other day, because I'm asking him for the charts for Star Wars. Yep. And he gave me a quote from Yoda, and I love this quote. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to becomes hate. Hate becomes suffering. And I'm like, so what's at the root of all of that? Fear. So focus on not having any fear, and you won't have any suffering. That's pretty much how easy to me that is. So anyhow, I just want to give you another view of the downtown core. And now that we're just talking about raising our vibrations, and we've been sitting in the 9 vibration for a really long time. 9 is a closing number, and 6 is a birth. Just think of it that way. So people who are sitting in 6 still, oh look, speak of the devils, what did we manifest there? 3 policemen on bikes. Oh, is that? Yeah, there we go. 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. See? Keeping our city safe. CPS. Ha. That's my jingle for them today. It's funny. Did I ever tell you that story? I must have told you that story 17 thumbs up too. Funny. About how I had a dream. This is in May of 2021. I had a dream that there was 3 trolls under a bridge. And I was standing over them like I had strung them down, like in Gulliver's Travels, or I think that's the movie, or story. Doesn't matter, it's all the same. Where they're tying so that was my dream, where I was standing over top of these. So I got kind of harassed, like not kind of, really super harassed in Safeway downtown, and I was walking home, and there was 3 policemen just like that on bicycles that came up to me. This is May 2021. And the first one was giving me grief. The second one was kind of like the in-between one. And the third one was trying to be, I think, the most rational. Like, oh, shop online, do this, do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. No. I should be able to just walk into a store, and I'm like, I'm in distress. Hello. Like, you should be helping me. And the first guy goes, my grandfather was in a concentration camp. And I literally turned around to him and I said, so was mine. And you don't see me acting like a PUSSY now, do you? And I stuck out my arm like this, you know? And I said the two words that were H related 3 times in a row. And I walked away. Honestly. Tell me I don't know my own power? Those trolls got tied down. I was on the phone, actually. Hi, Steve, if you're watching. My neighbor was next door. He's in this community as well. He was on the phone with me. I was on the phone with either my friend or with their boss, their supervisor, office takers of notes, complaining that I did not feel safe as a woman in this city. Like, I'd rather phone the fire department if I was getting hurt than them, because they were just more concerned about whether or not I had this and some paperwork. And I was like, they literally said then, show me your paperwork. And I'm like, no. So anyways, that's kind of a funny story here. And Steve, my neighbor, saw that whole interaction. He witnessed that day. He was here at Peace Bridge, so we had a little peace sit-in. I made some peace cardboard cutouts. We had a really great afternoon. It was beautiful. It's been about 25, 26 for the last week here in Calgary. 25, 26 degrees. What day is it today? October 18th, 2022. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And our nights get cold. Yeah, they're a little bit cold at 0 or what have you. But it's like, this is how autumn should look. And the other thing I wanted to point out, and I pointed it out to my young son, we live facing directly east. So we live right behind the Calgary Tower right this minute. He's moving, but we live right there, 28 floors up or something. And so I see the sunrise every morning. Every morning I'm taking pictures of the sunrise and the sunset. Every morning. And then what color the Calgary Tower is. That's also what I do at night. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Because I know it's all, everything, there's no coincidences. So the first, I noticed it October 8th. October 8th, I'm like, wow, the sun really went more east. So, like, usually it was, I know how the life cycles of the sun go. Don't try and lecture me on that. However, you do not see the sun go probably 20 degrees in 1 week. I took pictures of it. I'm not even kidding you. So for those of you in Calgary that know what I'm talking about, one day it came up at the Calgary Tower, directly east of the Calgary Tower, which is like, that's pure east. Then the next few days, it was over more towards like the Stampede grounds, but not quite. And then the next week, it was right over the Stampede grounds. Like that, when you're looking east, that's like, I don't know, a 30 degree, I don't know, 40 degree, 45 degree. That's 45 degrees. And then the moon last night and the night before, it came up right beside the Calgary Tower. And it was, and I know about moon cycles too, but it was so clear in downtown Calgary, I could see stars, like all of the stars. I saw Orion's Belt, and all of these stars. And then the moon was so bright, but it looked like it was at 10 and 4 o'clock covered with the blackest black piece of paper I've ever seen. It looked like somebody had a flashlight. That's where the projector was at. These things are not normal. Things are changing is all I can say. And I have felt super tired and super, yes, these waves are hitting us. So we're getting these energies for our benefit. That's all I can say on this channel. So you know what I'm talking about. It's happening. And the sun is so bright, but I can take pictures of it. And I never used to do that. It used to like, but there's, even on the moon, you can see beams of light coming out of it, like what do you call those? Lightsabers. It's very cool. So, yes, I'm gonna just let you appreciate this one more time. And then I'm gonna go, because you ain't getting a card reading and it's getting too windy here, so nature's saying get lost. Go take care of yourselves, raise your vibrations, go sit on a rock, listen to some music. I just sent my friend my favorite Spanish song. It's, I'm gonna screw up the way you even pronounce it, but La Bicicleta by Shakira and Viva, whatever, Carlos. Yeah, I love that song. I'm trying to learn to sing it, so I think it will make me say Spanish better. Muchos gracias. I'm just kidding. Anyways, light and love, everybody. Take care. Raise your vibrations. Do something that you love for yourself today, and it will make you love so many more other people. Raven Moonstone on Rumble. Bye, guys.